Hello and welcome to this virtual walkabout of the Mosman Park Town Centre. My name's Josh O'Keefe and I'll be facilitating that with you today to help you complete the survey on this important Town of Mosman Park project. This project has been running for many years and will transform the Mosman Park Town Centre when implemented. This video will step you through each of the proposals that form the new Town Centre plan. In order to complete the survey, make sure you've got the tab open on your computer. You can find this at the link shown on your screen right now. This Town Centre plan comprises of four main strategies: the built form strategy, a movement strategy, the street and landscape strategy, and a placemaking and activation strategy. The built form strategy is currently out for advertising. You can find a copy of this on our website. The other three strategies are yet to be developed. The Town Centre plan has identified 5 distinct precincts in the Mosman Park Town Centre. That's Mosman Downtown, the Village, the Churches, St Leonard's Green, and the Parkway. During this tour, you'll be asked to comment on each of the character statements for these areas. We will walk through and have a look at those areas and you can decide what you think. So let's get going. Our first stop today is Mosman Downtown. This is the heart of the Mosman Park Town Centre where the majority of activity occurs. It comprises of Glyde Street and Stirling Highway. One of the aims of the Town Centre plan is to retain as much character as possible, even through redevelopment. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. One of the big bold proposals is to remove the traffic lights at Glyde Street and Stirling Highway. This would result in a left-in, left-out only turn. This will create a more pedestrian-friendly environment and manage traffic a little bit better throughout the area. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. One of the main issues that's come up in this project over the years is the access of pedestrians to the train station from Glyde Street. This bold proposal aims to connect pedestrians across Stirling Highway, using an integrated footbridge into future redevelopment. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. This next proposal is probably the most contentious. It's proposing a new set of traffic lights at the St Leonard's Street intersection. This will create a full movement intersection where cars could turn left and right, heading in and out of St Leonard's Street. But we understand that there may be some concerns from residents. This is a long-term plan and will be further investigated as part of the movement strategy. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. This Town Centre Place plan has identified an opportunity at Centenary Park. In high-density environments, public open space is very hard to come by. This plan proposes to extend Centenary Park into Ecclesbourne Street. This would provide extra public open space in the area and provide an opportunity to redevelop the current park. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. If we stay on Ecclesbourne Street and move up towards Glyde Street, there is a great opportunity here for a temporary or a pop-up piazza style development. Its transformation could be quite simple. By raising the road platform, installing some murals, and maybe adding some festoon lighting, this would transform this space. This portion of road would remain open to traffic during the week. However, should there be an event planned or some markets on the weekend, this area could be closed off very easily and transformed into a civic space, great for people coming together. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. We're now walking through the precinct known as St Leonard's Green. This area is characterised by large building setbacks, very established landscaping and a wide open setting. The character statement for St Leonard's Green is where parks meet the people, modern apartment buildings in a garden setting. Do you agree with this statement? All future development in this area will have to demonstrate that they've applied these principles. Local Planning Policy number 20 that's currently being advertised has some draft guidelines for this area for your review. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. With the potential for a new set of traffic lights at Stirling Highway, and in an attempt to connect Coles better with the town centre, the intersection of Monument Street and St Leonard Street will need some improvements. One idea is to install a roundabout here. This will manage traffic effectively, plus create a much better pedestrian environment. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. We're now here in the beautiful precinct known as the Village. The character statement for the Village is that it's primarily residential, and this precinct features character homes and newer dwellings that boast charming front gardens where the old blends with the new between Monument, Willis and Stewart Street. Local Planning Policy number 20, currently being advertised, contains design guidelines in here to make sure that future development complies with this statement. But what do you think? Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. As we come around the corner onto Willis Street, it's been identified that there's an opportunity for a future parklet in the Verge. This parklet would be co-located with the church's community food garden, which is open to the public. Public open space in this area is required, and this could be a good spot for it. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. We're now in the church's precinct. The site is characterised by large, formal buildings, used by the church for congregational gatherings and for other community uses. The character statement for the church precinct is, this peaceful enclave features distinguished ecclesiastical buildings among formal and community gardens. Any redevelopment of this site would have to show that they're addressing those principles. As most of the land is owned by the church, the town would work closely with them on any future redevelopment of the site. Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. The Parkway is our final character precinct on our virtual walkabout today. There is lots of activity that occurs in this area, so a coordinated approach to development is required. The character statement for this area is the stylishly landscaped northern gateway to Mosman Park, featuring bold, elegant buildings that provide sleek, modern spaces for office professionals and commercial activities. What do you think about that statement? Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. In the final leg of our walkabout today, we're looking at the laneways that connect the precincts together. You can see here these laneways are not very pedestrian friendly. Coordinating the development of laneways can be tricky, but looking into a couple of little initiatives in the meantime can make big improvements. We want to know what needs to happen here to make you use these connections more. Do you feel safe walking through these laneways? What kind of things could we do to make them safer? Now it's time to pause the video and complete the questions on your questionnaire. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video and doing the tour with us. Your feedback is critically important in making sure we get this right. If you have any questions or other comments, please do not hesitate to contact the Town of Mosman Park directly.